What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Bama After Dark. Yes, I've been absent for the last couple of weeks, and I apologize for that. It's just been a crazy personal life at the moment. It's got a lot going on, but I'm back, and honestly, got a lot to talk about. I'm going to try to stick it within the 30-minute span here. I gave myself 5 extra minutes because once we get done here, we need to stay right here on this network, SEC After Dark Network, and watch our buddies, Biscuits and SEC. They have a great breakdown tonight. Mike Huseman's on there, and they have a guest speaker as well. So it's going to be a great show. So once we're done here, join them, and let's have a good time. But anyway, again, this is Bama After Dark. I'm your host, Jake Thomas. You can see me at Bama After Dark 2 on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it. And guys, everybody knows what this week is. Big matchup. Big matchup in Athens, Georgia. When Alabama comes rolling into town and faces a well-coached Georgia team. They've been well coached for a long time now with Kirby Smart. And I don't think they've been beaten in Athens and in 20, 30 games. It's like 27, 30, maybe even 40 now. And it's been a while since anybody has beaten Georgia in Athens. But could that all change to Saturday night? We're going to find out. But right now, I'm just going to do a quick preview or quick review of what I've seen the last 2 weeks from this team. And first of all is improvement. I've seen a massive amount of improvement, effort, and hustle, from the defense. And what else can you say about Ty Simpson? This kid is amazing. I mean, he's 17 of 17 against ULM, and I think he finished like maybe four incompletions against Wisconsin a few weeks ago. The kid's special. And what Germ is doing on the outside right now is incredible to see as well. Ron Williams had a bounce back game, I would say, against Wisconsin. You still got to find the running game, but I think that's going to change, and we'll talk about that here soon. But overall, the biggest thing for me is the effort and the hustle is back on this Alabama defense. Give 110% effort. That logo right there over my shoulder, I'm pointing at. Whenever, like I've said, when you play for this team, you give 110% effort 100% of the time, and you take no days off, no plays off, no days off, and you work your tail off in practice, and you work your tail off in games. And if you give 110% effort and you still lose the game, then congratulate your opponents, because if you give 110% effort and your opponent still beats you, then so be it. At least you gave yourself a chance by putting in the effort. That's what I've seen with this team here in the last couple of weeks. But Georgia's a different animal. Wisconsin's a decent team. They haven't been great in a few years under Luke Fickell. I'm not sure exactly why he hasn't got his, got guys established there and got it rolling. But it is, a tough place to win in the Big Ten, especially with all their realignment and everything, and bringing in Washington and Oregon and USC and UCLA and all that in. And of course, ULM, bless their hearts, they just caught Alabama at a bad time. But I did see improvement in the Wisconsin game and I seen us do things that I haven't seen us do in a while. We're doing screen passes. I haven't seen us call a screen pass, and I couldn't tell you when. I'm starting to see some, we still got the RPOs, but I'm seeing like some delayed draws and things like that. Things I've not seen in a wrinkle of an Alabama offense in a long time. It's probably since, I would say, Sarkisian was here, and excuse me. And, I'm glad to see things like that, because when you have some of these odd plays like a wide receiver screen or like a delayed draw, and you have that pass rush come, get on the outside, and you have a lane to run through. Wrinkles like that can keep this Georgia offense off the field. And if we keep, moving the ball and play within ourselves and play within the sticks, that's the biggest thing. Alabama kills himself with penalties. They have in the last several games, get behind the eight ball, don't have a false start. Road game, it's going to be loud, but you got to talk to your neighbor. You got to get on that line, tap your neighbor, say, I can't hear, got to let me know something. Watch the ball. Once it's snapped, hit your guy. It's all we can ask. And the running game will get coming. We'll get it going because we get Jam Miller back. Getting Jam Miller back for this, in this rushing attack is going to be huge. They said this week in practice, I think Todd Simpson had an interview Tuesday after Monday's practice yesterday, and he said that Jam Miller has been running like a madman all practice. That intensity, that fire, that willingness to want to play, we're going to need that in this game. And on the flip side, on the opposite side, getting Tim Keening, our just run stopper, our nose guard in the middle, just massive guy, getting him back, it's going to be huge as well. And him also bringing that intensity to the defense. We've got to have that, every single play in order to beat Georgia. It's going to be a tall task, but Alabama's up for it. Things that need to happen in this game. Alabama, number one, has got to, I feel like, establish a run early, and set the tone. We know what Germ can do. We know what Ron Williams could do. We know Todd Simpson is on his A game right now, as playing out lights out. We'll see how he does on the road and counters that. He has to make some adjustments at the line with the crowd and see if everything works out to his favor. But I feel like we're going to have to get something going with Jam Miller, Kevin Riley, guys like that, and the run game, and keep that Georgia offense off the field. Stockton, what a beautiful pass. Got to give credit to you. Beautiful pass against Tennessee a few weeks ago. Absolutely dime right into the receiver's hand for that touchdown. That kid can ball. And Alabama's going to have to do their best to keep him in the pocket, and if he scrambles, we're going to have to get him down pretty quick because he's pretty quick as well. I think the running game for Georgia, I don't know how much success they're going to have, especially with Tim Keenan coming back. And one thing I have mentioned on Tide Talk Live for the last couple weeks now, once we get Tim Keenan back, what he does when he's on the field, he possesses a double team. So you're gonna have the center and either the left guard or the right guard, on him. So that's going to free up somebody in that gap if there is a blitzer in that gap that left guard or right guard is going to be at. Maybe he doesn't get to get turned around quick enough, and you have a free rusher at the quarterback. Guys like Quay Russaw, guys like Pierre, who's come on here the last couple of weeks, guys like that need to have a big game in the linebacker core and get after the quarterback, get after Stockton if Alabama's going to be successful in this game. Secondary, Alabama's really, really good in the secondary. And one of the wrinkles that we do have and we possess in our arsenal is we can bring Bray Hubbard, who is just a ball hawk and who is lightning fast and who just patrols the field, knows where the ball is at, and will lay a hit on you. Having him patrolling that line of scrimmage before the ball snapped, and once he sees who's got that ball, he's a heat-seeking missile and going after him. It's going to be huge in this game. I feel like Bray Hubbard's going to have a really big game here, and he's going to make up for the showing, which I'm not saying he hasn't already. He's earned his respect back, by my standards, for the Alabama faithful. but I feel like he wants to have a big showing on a road, in a road game. Here's his chance, and I think he's gonna have a big game. But anyway, guys, I see 11 of you in here. Get in the comments. Make a comment. Tell me what you feel like the game, how it's going to go. Some of your keys for the game, and your score prediction. I'm going to get mine here in just a little bit, but players to watch. Of course, I'm going to say Jim Miller because he's back. And another guy I'm watching is Caden Proctor. And the reason I'm saying Caden Proctor is because this is a game where there's going to be 100 scouts. I mean, there's going to be scouts from every NFL team probably at this game Saturday night. He is drafted out right now as a top 10, tackle. Most probably the first tackle off the board, if we're being honest. Is he going to play up to that level and up to his potential, which everybody thinks he's going to be at and where he should be at, and be that top, tackle off the board in next year's draft? Is he going to play like that in this game, or is he going to have another game where he plays so and gives up a couple of sacks and gets beat off the line and gets bullied like he did against Florida State? Caden Proctor, I got my eye on you. I feel like you and the guys up front, I feel like you guys are going to control the line of scrimmage outside of the Wisconsin game and especially ULN game. And really, it's kind of so-so in the Wisconsin game. You guys have not dominated the line of scrimmage as of yet. Go in there, bully ball those defensive guys. I know they're just as big as you are, but again, if you give 110% effort, there's nobody that's going to beat you on the football field. You've got to have that same passion every single play. I want to see that passion in a game like this, especially as high stakes it is. Because if you lose this game, you're looking at maybe potentially one more loss for Alabama, and depending on how it all plays out, you're on the outside looking in of the playoffs again. And I'm a realist Alabama fan. You heard me say it on SEC After Dark. 9-3 season is not bad. It's not to the standard of what Alabama should be, though. But a 9-3 season, there's thousands of, not thousands, but 100 teams. Hey, there's thousands of fans of those teams would love to have a 9-3 season every year. But the standard is not being met. So Kalen DeBoer's is probably going to start getting hot a little bit. Yeah, this game, guys, I'm so excited for it. It's going to be a close game. Defensively, players to watch. I got my, I'm going with the injured guys, but Tim Keenan and I mentioned Bray Hubbard. Those two guys, I'm watching this game because I feel like both of them is going to have a huge impact in the game. And I guess I'm going to go ahead and give a bold prediction, which I'll probably give one tonight as well. I may give two. I may say this one. I may give another one. So you won't have to. And what I'm talking about is me and Stacey's recording tonight on Tide Talk Live will probably be released tomorrow morning. So make sure you check that out. That way you know my other bold prediction. But I'm going to say Bray Hubbard gets another interception in this game. And I'm going to say it's a late interception that seals the game for Alabama. So last year we had Xavier Brown who did that against Georgia. This year I think it's going to be Bray Hubbard. So we'll see how it all plays out. But I need to see the defensive line pressure the quarterback. I need to see this defense stuffing the run. I mentioned Stockton's arm. He's really accurate. That pass he had, like I mentioned earlier, was just amazing. But I would still rather him beat me through the air than I would one of these running backs and him running with their legs, because Nate Frazier is a beast. And if he gets going, it's going to be a long night for Alabama. So we got to keep him in check. So yeah, guys, excited. Good to be back. Like I said, I had some stuff going on the last couple of weeks. Haven't been able to make it, and just couldn't get my schedule right to be here. Thank all 14 of you who are here right now watching. Like I said, get in the comments. Tell me your score prediction, and or if you got a question about the game that you want my opinion on, I'd be glad to share it. Or if there's something that you want to know about that I haven't talked about yet, be glad to share that as well. I'm sure you guys saw yesterday about Jamarian Latham. He had a neck injury during practice. Hope all is well with him. Hope he has a speedy recovery. And I just want to say, protect your neck, and don't worry about the football. Don't worry about football, because getting yourself healed from a neck injury or head injury or neck injury, anything, spinal injury, that's the most important thing for your in your young life right now. So don't worry about what's going on in the football field. Worry about your health and getting 100% healthy. Oh boy, man, it's getting I hadn't been on here too long, but hey, it's fine. We'll go a few more minutes. I done talk myself out of breath. I got plenty more to talk about tonight, so I guess I need to save a little bit for that. But so I guess the headline: can Alabama beat Georgia in Athens? Yes, they can. There's a lot that's going to have to work out in Alabama's favor, because Georgia is very talented. It's Matt on paper. It's team 1A, 1B, and it's like 1AA and 1A and 1AA. It's not really one team, 1B, 1B, 1A type deal. They're both extremely talented. Both teams are, and it's going to be I don't think anybody's going to pull out to an early lead like Alabama did last year. I don't think anybody's going to have to storm back and get back in. I think it's going to be a nail biter from start to finish. I think Alabama, like I said, with Bray Hubbard having a crucial interception at the end of the game, I think Alabama pulls it out 31-28 in Athens. It's going to be close, but I think we're starting to see a new attitude with this team. We didn't really we had too much hype on us start of the season. We went on the road to Florida State and laid an egg. That was an eye opener for a lot of people. I think it was an eye opener for the coaches, for the players, because they were just hurt all year long, and off season, all summer, how great they can be, how great they can be. They go down there, it's like, well, we're great. We're gonna go out here and dominate. And then in turn, they got dominated on the field. And it opened up some eyes for the players. And you're starting to feel a new energy. You're starting to see a new energy about this team. You saw it last week and you saw it the week before, but it's hard to take anything away from the ULM game, because ULM, unfortunately, is not great right now. And Wisconsin really isn't either. This is the test. You've had a whole week, really 2 weeks, to prepare for this game, and I expect Grubb to be in his bag all night long. And I expect Kane Womack to throw some things we haven't seen at Gunnar Stockton and Mike Bobo defensively that we haven't seen yet. We've seen some stunts. We've seen cornerback blitzes. We've seen some things. But I want to see us mismatching coverages and putting our guys in position to have some interceptions and to have some key plays, defensive plays that we need to get the ball back into our offense's hands. Or I feel like it's going to be a little bit better run the ball this week with Jim Miller back. And I think they'll continue going to have success and find ways to scheme Jerem open, to scheme Ron Williams open, to scheme Lazier Brooks open, to scheme Rico Scott open, and get those guys a ball and let them go to town. And just do the thing. Chad Shime said, "Good evening, buddy. Roll Tide. Thanks for joining, Chad. Rick and Bonnie, there you are. Yeah, like I mentioned earlier in the show, had some things pop up last 2 weeks. Haven't been able to make my schedule work. But I'm glad to be back. Glad you guys are back. How you guys feeling about the game? If you was on, I just gave my prediction. I really feel like Alabama is going to pull out a narrow victory, 31-28 here. And I think the over under is at 52.5. So 31 plus 28, you're looking at 59. So I think it's going to be somewhere in that range. Kalen DeBoer got cocky on that. I missed this, Rick. What's going on with Kalen? I didn't see Coach DeBoer get cocky on that. So, I need to know about this because I think having some swag is good for Kalen DeBoer, and I think it's going to resonate with the team. So I didn't know what you mean by that. I know Germ had talked about him, how good he is when he's wearing that that black hoodie, and you may be referring to that, Rick and Bonnie, but he said that he can't change it out, and I'm going to love when he runs out of that tunnel Saturday night and they're blackout wearing that black hoodie. You talk about a villain. I'm going to love every single second of it because I hope he does. Because if he comes out in a red hoodie or something, Alabama ain't got no chance to win. And it's just something magical about that hoodie that Kalen DeBoer just dominates in. So hopefully that's what happens Saturday night, but we'll see. Guys, anything else y'all want to chit chat about real quick before I jump off here? Me, like I said, I gotta get ready here in a little while. Make sure you check out on our other channel, Tide Talk Live. Well, we should have a video out in the morning previewing this as well with Stacy. So I'm excited about talking to him and getting his thoughts about the game. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Kalen DeBoer, I didn't know Kalen DeBoer had an X for one. I need to go follow that, but it's I know there's a Kalen DeBoer Twitter handle, but is it really him, Rick and Bonnie? I don't know. I follow it, but I thought it was like a parody account, but it could be. But if he said this, what you're saying, then let's go. Let's go. He I think this team, I think there's a new edge about this team. I'm just telling you guys. And next week when we get beat 38-7 or 38-14 or 38-17 or whatever, if that happens, I'll eat crow and I will say, well, there ain't no new edge. The edge is we're going backwards. But I think there's a different feel now of this team and a different excitement. And it really goes back to what Bray Hubbard said a few weeks ago. It was against Wisconsin in the post game show and post game comments he made afterwards. He said they didn't live up to the standard. The standard is 0 points, and they gave up that touchdown late in the game. He said, and I'm paraphrasing a bit, but and I don't think he actually said the word, but it kind of peed everybody off in there. He said, so maybe there's a new edge to this team. I don't know. We're going to find out. We're going to find out Saturday. If we get smacked in the mouth the first series and Georgia drives down and scores a touchdown, we got to come back, smack them in the mouth, and it's going to be like this all night. But if we get smacked in the mouth, we got to counter punch, or we're going to lay down and just let them roll all over us, kind of like FSU did. we'll find out. We'll find out Saturday night. But anyway, guys, thank you for joining. Chad, Rick, and Bonnie, thank you all for listening. Make sure you stay on SEC at the Dark network YouTube channel, because here in about nine minutes or so, SEC, Biscuits and SEC is going to have their show come on. Mike Huseman, who joins us on Thursday nights, will be on there doing a preview with the guys. Bossman and Hammond do a great job. And they're also going to have a guest picker this week, like they've been doing all season. Make sure you follow everybody that is a part of that channel. The Regular Guys podcast with Corey and Israel, they do a great job. Corey, I see on Thursday nights as well, killing it. He's killing it with Vandy at the Dark. And yeah, I know we're all fans of Alabama, but if you can go and like all their shows, I greatly appreciate it. If you haven't yet, Locked on Vandy, you don't have to watch it. Just give Corey a subscribe. Subscribe to him and maybe watch. I think the algorithm, if you watch like 2 minutes of the show, it gets noticed for him. Same with Locked on Ole Miss. Steven's got 400 billion subscribers right now. Go be his 400 billion and one. Biscuits and SEC, give them guys a listen. Mike's show, off season at the Dark. Go give them guys. Go give him a like. Watch his show and subscribe to him. He's killing it right now. I know we're in season, but he didn't want to change the name. I don't blame him. All season after the Dark is just perfect. So all the guys, the only one that we really hadn't got a show for yet is Jeb, and we're still working on that with Jeb. But we collectively come together on Thursday nights, as you know, SEC at the Dark, and we just have a great time. We're trying to build this channel up, build this brand up, and it's all been driven by you guys. So help us out, follow everybody that that is a part of it, and it just really helps us out. And it's a network of friends. Yeah, we're bitter enemies when our teams play against each other, but we're all friends at the end of it, because let's just be honest, guys, I love football. I eat and sleep football. I have Alabama football especially. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lose a friendship over it because it's not that serious. It just isn't. There's too much seriousness in the world right now, and football is a great escape. But that we don't need to let a game change our thoughts and our opinions about somebody. So it's just a game. And it has no direct influence on our lives on a daily basis. So yeah, just go like and subscribe to all their channels. They greatly appreciate it. And make sure in about 5 minutes now, you watch Biscuits and SEC. Those guys are killing it. Boss Man Hammer. We will see y'all on the next one. I'm Jake Thomas. This has been Bama at the Dark. Bama. 110% every single play Saturday night, and you'll win this game. Y'all have a good one, and roll tide.